Hi there, trendsetters. We are here with the fabulous Jeffrey Fetzer. How's it going for you today, Jeffrey?
Everything's going good, Trixie?
It is Oscar weekend, so how do you feel?
It's always an exciting time here in Los Angeles during the Oscars. Having done the Oscars for over 25 years and getting everybody ready and so forth, the hustle bustle in this town is amazing, and everybody feels the energy. And as you can tell, Hollywood Boulevard has already been completely, ready for the Oscars, and nobody can get up and down the streets or anything. So, everybody is just really excited. People are probably sleeping there already just to get a good sight of all the beautiful people that are coming in and getting their awards.
So tell me more about your makeup. You have a makeup line, correct?
Yes, I have a company called The Fetzer Face, which I started about 10 years ago. And I wanted to give make a company that was more for women from the ages of like 35 on to, like, I've had clients as old as 100 that I've actually done makeup on. Yeah,
okay.
Actually. And I wanted them to be able to feel that they can wear the styles and the colors and all the things that the people that are younger generation can wear, and they can still wear them and they can still look beautiful. But my backbone of my company, of course, is my skincare, which I have the highest content of hyaluronic acid, collagen, and 24 karat gold on the market. So there's noticeable difference in skincare throughout each company, but mine, I think, sets itself apart.
How did you come up with the line? Did you try different samples first? Did you go to a certain company to establish that brand that you wanted?
Yeah, you have to. You have to shop around. You have to know like what is going to be good for you and what's going to be good for your clients. So I listen to what ladies say, and then I go and I do my research. So I have a chemist that I use that is absolutely amazing. She develops all my skincare for me, develops all my products for me. I trust her completely, and then I go in there and I tell her what I want and what I think is going to work for my clientele, and she develops it.
Wow, so let's talk more about makeup, because I love makeup, and I'm sure a lot of the audience out there does too. So what is your favorite techniques? Do you work with brushes or do you work with airbrush?
I work with brushes only.
Okay.
I was trained with brushes, and I'm just more comfortable using a brush. I think I can get better blending, and same with sponges. I don't use sponges that much either. I really love the brushes.
What do you think has changed in the makeup from 10, 20 years ago to now? Because what I'm seeing is a lot of women are starting to look alike. And
Right.
a lot of people are starting to comment on social media. Women are starting to look alike. We don't know if it's the surgeries they're doing or it's the makeup. Are all the makeup artists out there doing the same techniques?
Yeah, basically. I mean, you can't reinvent the wheel. So, it's everything old is new again. So what we did in the 70s is now very big now. What we did in the 80s was big in, the 2010 to 2020. It just goes like that. It goes in cycles like that, I just prefer like a very natural look. I want someone's beauty from the inside to show through. I don't really want somebody that looks like they're completely painted and they're wearing a mask. I can't really do that kind of makeup. Lashes are a big thing now. I love your lashes that you have on today, but lashes are really big right now, and they really change the face drastically. But for someone to wear those long lashes every single day, it's everyone's preference and so forth. I just like the wow effect that when you put them on, for special events and so forth, it looks better.
And do you also do makeup body paint? Do you do any?
Well, I've done body painting and commercials and things like that and so forth. But in our union, there's a separate section for body makeup artists. So, it's like Dancing with the Stars. They have their own division for that and so forth. Makeup artists are busy enough doing makeup, and hair busy enough doing
Well, you
hair.
must be so artistic, Jeffrey. So can you do a lot of makeup artists I know, they can bake a Cookie Monster cake. They could do tattoos. They could do all kinds of things. Do you specialize in any of those categories?
The category that I specialize in is showing and my beautiful American Saddlebred horses. And that's an art in itself. I have several show horses that I show throughout the country. I have a couple world champions, and I have great trainers, and all that takes place down in Kentucky. Gerhard Roos is my trainer in Kentucky and does a brilliant job with developing my young horses and has brought me to many championships, and it's a passion that I have, and I just love it. I love animals. I love, horses, and I love all animals.
Do you ride the horses and race them?
Yes, I ride and I drive. Yes, because these are show horses and not race horses, so it's a little bit different. No, that's okay. It's American Saddlebreds, so they're just a little bit different.
Okay. Can you tell us any of those differences?
Well, race horses, of course, are running a race, and our show horses, they're at a horse show. So
let's
that's
talk about the clients
time.
with makeup. So who is your most favorite and who was the worst? Who was the most complicated to do?
Oh, my gosh. Well, that list goes on and on and on. I've been doing makeup and hair for a little bit over like 50 some years, and I started when I was really young, and I had a passion for it, and my career was calculated. I grew up in a small town in Philadelphia, and I wanted to, all I saw were those Hollywood lights and so forth, but my first step was in New York. So I went to New York, and I became a makeup and hair artist in New York, and I got signed by a big agency in New York, and I started being able to get some really great, clients and photographers and so forth. I worked with the famous Bill King. I worked with Francesca Scavullo. I worked with Patrick Demarchier and everything else, doing a lot of different magazine covers and a lot of different photo shoots and so forth. And I really had a passion for the models and so forth. I worked with the most beautiful models there were at the time. I worked with Gia and Cindy Crawford and oh my gosh, Beverly Johnson and all those amazing faces. Iman, Rene Russo, all those beautiful faces. And then I was doing a little job in New York, and I was asked by a friend of mine, would I be interested in working with Faye Dunaway? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And they said, well, she's in California, and would you be interested in coming out there and so forth, and maybe working for her? And I said, okay, sure, absolutely. So I packed my little bag, and I went to California just for the weekend, and I came back and I said, I'm moving to LA. And I moved to LA in 1981, and I haven't looked back, and I've had the pleasure of working with countless celebrities out here. And
so you have many favorites, and
I have many favorites. Elizabeth Taylor was so sweet. Faye Dunaway was very, very nice. I don't really have a whole lot of horror stories. I'm very easygoing, so I try to make everything very pleasant, very positive, and so forth and so on. I was at the ending of Dynasty when it was being filmed out here, so I wasn't in the union yet, but I was able to do one of the actresses off the trailer. And then I was in the union by the time the Colbys came on, and then I got to meet Barbara Stanwyck and Charlton Heston and things like that, people that I had never really, that I just dreamed of meeting and so forth. And then, I went on to doing, a lot of commercials, a lot of high-end cosmetic commercials. I traveled all over the world doing things for all the different campaigns, we did. And it was a magical time, it was the 80s and the 90s, and it was incredible out here. But, I started, my backbone was I started in New York in Studio 54. So I was there opening night, and it was amazing of the people that was there. And that's, of course, how I met Grace Jones and Bianca Jagger and David Bowie and, Halston, and I worked for him for years, and Calvin Klein and so forth. So the career, my career has been all over the place, but it's always been something interesting.
Wow, Jeffrey, well, you're a man of just many great things, very talented. But what are you most passionate about?
What am I most passionate about? I think it's just happiness. that I can bring a smile on someone's face when I do a before and after makeup. I have so many women that sit in my chair. I work with countless celebrities, countless people, and so forth. But just someone that comes in that's not a celebrity or something, that sits down and they're frustrated about the way they look, or they're just not thinking that the transformation that I'm going to do in them is going to be this amazing. And when they see themselves after I'm done, they're just amazed. Some of them are tears. They just can't believe that they can look like this. That time has forgotten them, and they have forgotten themselves. And I kind of bring it back to them and say to them, no, you can look like this. This is how you look. And then I show them the picture afterwards, and they're just speechless. They can't believe it.
Thank you for that, Jeffrey. And one last thing, I do have I break out with acne like most women do, and men too, and that choose to wear makeup. What would be your recommendation for not wear makeup, maybe?
Yeah. Well, give your skin a break.
Yeah.
On those severe breakout times. I know you're in front of the camera a lot. You have this amazing magazine. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And you're in front of the camera, but when you're not under the camera, then definitely give yourself a break on that. I mean, your skin is good. It's not bad. It's just you do have you get a little breakout here and there. An important thing that I did, because when I grew up, I had really bad acne, and so I learned how to treat the acne. And the acne was not with treating it with things that would make the blemishes dry up and so forth. I learned that if I splash my face 40 times with lukewarm water in the morning, and 40 times in the afternoon, and 40 times at night, it would cleanse out the pores. And I didn't put anything else on it. And this was when I was growing up as a teenager. And I kept doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and my skin cleared up. So I thought, okay, so now that I've got that cleared up, I'm going to start taking a cleanser. And that's the same cleanser that's in my line now. It's called Clean Skin. That's the same ingredients that are in that cleanser today. It's very mild. It's very lathering. It does not dry out the skin. It is mild enough that you can wash your hair with it. And the hair will not be dry.
How can the viewers at home find that online?
You can find it at www.thefetzer, F-E-T-Z-E-R, face.com. And I have the moisturizers there, and I have like a mascara that's called my Million Lash Mascara that has biotin in it, and it's a lash lengthener and a lash thickener. I have something called Pore Minimizer, which you'll love, that minimizes all the pores, and you apply that over the foundation. I've got some great foundations. I just have a lot of really fun stuff that I know that women of a certain age and so forth really like. And it's just important to take care of your skin and so forth. But I mean, you're grossly exaggerating.
Yes.
Your skin's beautiful.
Thank
you're a very
you,
beautiful
thank
girl.
you. He's being so kind.
Well, you're a beautiful girl. So but I would I can always give recommendations, and I can say, look, this is one thing that I see. Because what it is people say to me, oh my God, you look at me, you must think, oh my God, I look bad, I look this. I don't say that. I don't think that. What I do is I can see when I look at someone, I can say, this is wrong. This will make the biggest difference.
Okay.
And that's what I say to myself. And then if someone asks me, I'll tell them.
Oh, wow. Well, gosh. Well, you guys, you heard it here with Jeffrey Fetzer, and be sure to check out Custom Trends Magazine March print issue on Amazon. You're going to see a couple pages, his featured pages, and his beautiful horses. Oh, you show me pictures, and they're so beautiful. So you guys tune in to CustomTrends.tv. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.